What up? What up? What up? Morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. They say, can you come in anyway? Can you come in anyway, ladies and gentlemen? That's what they want you to do. They don't care about none of that other stuff. Can you come in anyway? Good morning. So look, as y'all know, I'm finna go on vacation. I'm about to go on vacation right now. Well, I'm off work. I'm about to go home, finish packing the rest of my stuff and my flight. That's the word, just finished a 6-day work week. That's what I'm talking about. When I get to that bread, I just finished, I just finished my work for a little minute. But it's so crazy because when I get back, it's, whew, bro, it's on the popping. What up, though? What up, though? First name Brandon. What up, though? Sean Don. Good morning to y'all fellas, man. Hope y'all feeling good this morning. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. Bruh, let me tell y'all something. let me tell y'all something. This is a funny play. This is a funny game, bro. It's like this is why I love working sometimes because I always got content. It's like my job is like a never ending well of content that I can deliver for y'all. You dig? It's just the more people you work with, the more stories you hear, the more situations you hear, and that brings me great content to deliver to y'all. And I mean that's dope. But you know, it's Saturday. I'm on vacation, so I'm leaving, right? So I'm about to leave, and you know, one of the hating unit managers like, I hope you have fun on your vacation, while the rest of us are here slaving. So, I mean, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that you slave? It's not my fault. It's not my fault that you slaving. I mean, what that got to do with me? But anyway, that's not even what this live is about. But you know, Cass gonna hate. Cass gonna hate. But anyway, so look, I was working with a coworker last night who I hadn't seen. I think I hadn't seen really one time. So she was like, she had asked me. She was like, "Are you full time or are you part? Because I haven't seen you yet." And I think I had seen her one time, but it was like a while ago. And she was like, and I told her, I said, "I'm full time. You know, I'm just running up this bag right now." And she replies to me. She said, "Oh yeah." She said, "Okay, that's why I haven't seen you because I've been out 2.5 weeks." She said she had a sprain or something happened with her ankle. I think she fractured her ankle or something like that. She said she's been out for 2 weeks. So she proceeds to go on and say that when she was out, a few days later she came up to the gig and she gave them her doctor's paperwork so you know they could understand that she was legit and she was on crutches, right? So when she was on crutches, they asked her, "Well, are you weight bearing?" She was on crutches and she had a They asked her like, "Are you weight bearing?" And she was like, "Weight bearing." And that's the same thing I said. I'm like, "What are they talking about?" They said, "Oh yeah, you can still work with her." "Oh yeah. We'll work with her." And I'm like, hear people being so frank and upfront about the situation. It's always interesting. It's always interesting because they like, bruh, I no cap. They was like, you can come in, right? And she literally had a doctor's note. She literally had a note from her doctor that said she was off for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, or whatever the case may be. What up, B Buyer? Yeah, yeah, I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention. But what up? Thank you for your concern. I love you. But she goes, yeah, no, I can't because my doctor said no, you need to take me off. And I was just like, why would anybody in their right mind continue to subjugate themselves to it if they didn't have to? Now if you're on a mission right now, you're trying to, and that's your only option, that's one thing. And if that's just what you like, so let me take that back. Let me not say why would anybody in their right mind, because sometimes that position is very convenient for other people. Sometimes I gotta remind myself that everybody's not in the same situation. You got families, that got great benefits through their jobs. So that was wrong. I shouldn't have said that. But I just like I keep telling y'all, man. Like I'm such an advocate for owning as much of your time as you can. Time is so valuable. And with that time, when you can control it, I honestly believe you become a lot happier, and you can enjoy the journey just that much more, because it's still a journey, it's still work that you got to put in. But just to see how people, like, you're a body, and I make these videos and I do these lives so people can understand that you are a body. Okay, I want to be very clear. Yeah, working in the booth, they tripping. And I'm like, why would y'all even want to be potentially liable for further injuring her? I need to make money in my job. Has me the schedule for Christmas this year. Oh heck, they tripping. It's what, March? They got you on. You might not even be there on Christmas. Shoot. A lot can happen in 9 months. You know what I'm saying? Christmas 9 months from now. You could be in a whole nother state somewhere. But that's why. How you gonna have somebody on the schedule for Christmas 9 months from now? That's wild. But I'm like, why would y'all want to even risk furthering her injury? Because I'm like, would they be liable? But then I'm thinking, well, they'll probably hit them with the, oh, well, she came in under her free will. You know what I'm saying? But again, this just goes to show you, like, it's a numbers game, it's a body game, and it's a money game. Nothing more, nothing less. Yes, I'm sure you have places that are legit interested in the quality of care, in the quality of their employees and their residents. I'm sure you have places like that. I mean, I've even been to some places like that a few times, but I understand this is a money thing, man. That's why I'm really about to start getting into more money in this channel, because as we work these jobs, as we nurses work these jobs, we need to be figuring out our exit strategy, and we need to understand and learn how to flip our money and make it work for us. That's why, a part of this channel is really going to be focusing on how to make our money work for us, because even with me, it's still a learning experience. I am not a money expert, I'm not a financial expert, but I want to learn and I want to grow, and I want to share that experience with y'all. I want to share that experience with y'all, man. Like, I've been learning, like today I learned something today, you know what I'm saying? Like, you put $200 a month in your Roth IRA, You know what I'm saying? And you do that up until the time you retire, you could have with with interest, you could have millions of dollars in the bank. You dig what I'm saying? But it's the little stuff like that. You gotta seek that out. Because nobody's gonna just, if you don't know, you don't know. But they say ignorance is no excuse. But I'm really about to get into the game, and I got an email, Money Coach Vince, man. When I tell y'all I'll be busy, I'm gonna be catching up on a lot of work though. Okay, y'all would like financial content. That's what's up. Well, if you would like financial content, please hit my like button. I would appreciate that. Hit my like button, hit my subscribe button. Don't forget to share. I'm gonna be bringing y'all some financial content because there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to be well off. Especially if you're relatively young, you know what I'm saying? You're in your 30s, 40s, heck, even 50s, you know what I'm saying? You still got a good amount of time left, and then, you keep yourself in shape, and you work in the right fields of nursing. You can do this for as long as you want to do it. Like, real talk, you can do it for as long as you want to do it. I'm telling you, they be hitting you with the can you come in anyway. You know what's foul. And I understand that sometimes they gotta check to understand, to see if people being legit. But the fact that you have to bring in an obituary when one of your family members died, the fact that they even have to do that, bro, to me, that's just foul. That's just foul, bro. And sometimes, like, I understand that we gotta chase the bag and everything like that. I get it. But at some point, you gotta have some sort of empathy within it. Like, if you got a family member, and the game is so cold. I work with it. Okay, let me tell you how cold the game was. No cap. I work with this lady. I already said part of her name. Her name is Miss Linda. Her name was Miss Linda. Miss Linda ended up passing away. Miss Linda passed away, I think, from a heart attack, if I'm not mistaken. And I promise you, that day she was a receptionist. When I tell you that day that we found out that she passed away, her job ended. That's how cold the game. That's really when you want to talk about a red pill moment. Like, I always knew it was cut like that, but when you finally see something like that, like up close, it's a cold game. That's a cold game, boy. And Miss Linda was so nice. So nice. And everybody, in that facility loved Miss Linda. She was a nice melanated woman. She was like everybody auntie. People was coming to her for stuff. When she died, bruh, they literally had. This is why I say I'm gonna do what I want to do. I don't have no loyalty to no job, none. I have no loyalty to no job at all, none at all. I'm not saying you need to develop my. When I seen that, please. I'm talking about on Indeed the next day. Receptionist needed at such and such for this amount per hour. The game is cold. It's a cold game. It's a cold game. If they could ask a dead person if they could come in, they'd be like, can you come in anyway? I know you dead, but can you come in anyway? But that was crazy. And then you know what else kills me? When we had the funeral. Well, I went to the funeral. I went to the viewing. All these fake execs that you've never seen before making their way, shedding tears. Like, come on, bro. Get out of here with that nonsense. Get out of here with that nonsense, bro. It's cold-blooded. Cold game, bro. But that's the game. When you know that, it's easy to navigate and to move a little different. You dig? It's a little bit easier to move different because you see the game for what it is. Point the period. And you start to understand it. Understand how much of a game it is. And I just want y'all, I don't want y'all to be stressed out to the point. Like, that's why I hate when I hear nurses say they stress. Like a job is stressing them out. And it's stressing them out to the point where it's making them sick. You gotta take care of yourself. Baby, I'm finna have a ball this week. I'm finna have a ball this week. I'm finna relax. I'm gonna be working out. I'm gonna be enjoying shows. I'm gonna be looking at beautiful water. I'm gonna be watching people eat. I'm gonna be in the Caribbean air. I'm finna have a ball. Not giving a crap about no job. Not giving a crap about no job. Have I ever told y'all what my first experience was like when I was precepting? Have I ever told y'all that story? I think this might be a good time to tell. I was precepting at my first job. I never knew anything. And when I precepted at my first job, it's the first day. I'm excited. I'm excited about being a nurse. Passed my NCLEX. Went to Florida. It was my chick birthday trip. On top of me passing my NCLEX May 2nd. Cloud 9 high. When I tell you a high, I say this a lot. When I tell you that's a high, which means that I don't do drugs, right? I don't do drugs. I don't smoke weed. Don't do no coke or nothing like that. But I said that's what getting high felt like. I was so high. I was high for 3 days. 3 days. I was high. I promise you. I did not come down. I did not come down until I was done. I don't know if I ever have a high like that again. You know what I'm saying? Just straight up on some gold type stuff. But anyway, that's a whole nother stop. I don't know better. I'm very green. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know, you're just looking for a job at this point. You graduate, you start to look for a job. I had no clue what I was walking into. Absolutely not. Now, beforehand, I worked in a nursing home as a senior for 3 months, but I was out. But it wasn't a nightmare or nothing like that. You dig? It was a cool little nursing home where everybody was straight. And then, I had worked at an assisted living as a CNA for a little bit too. But then I had started truck driving. For some reason, I'm like the first place that called me. That's where I'm taking. And all the time, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about my teacher said, you need to interview them too. You need to ask them this. Man, I wasn't thinking about that. I had just got fired from Amazon for throwing packages. My rent was due. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't thinking about interviewing no job. Anybody who called me, that's who I was taking. And then, I'm getting fresh out of school, 2019. Yeah, 2019. What they say? I was getting $25 an hour. This is the most money I ever made in my life. $25, out the gate. I'm like, what? I'm excited. I'm happy than a mug. You can't tell me nothing at this point. You dig? Yeah, I was throwing packages. I was very reckless. I deserve to be fired. I ain't gonna cap. I wasn't even, but it was like in the middle of a snowstorm, and it's crazy because they fired me for something that I had done back in like December. So that's what was tripping me out. Like, y'all, this ain't new. This is not new. So I'm like, what y'all tripping about? But anyway, so I pick the place. I start. I go to the store, go get my scrubs. I'm excited. Get to the job, morning shift, not knowing what to expect. I meet my preceptor. Now, my preceptor is one of the most hated nurses in my area. I ain't gonna cap. And she has a reputation for just being not liked. And she's known. Like, she's very popular in the area for not being liked. Okay? At the time, I didn't know this because I never had a problem with her. I learned a lot from her. And when they tell me about how horrible she is and how much they couldn't stand her, I didn't get it. I'm like, who did her? I never had a problem. And I learned so much from her. I really did. Came in on the first day. She like, okay, this is what you do. This, and this. I'm getting set up. You know what I'm saying? We doing our rounds. But this the part that tripped me out though, right? This is my first day. So it's another preceptor and a new person in orientation. We can hear them doing a report. They walking from room to room. Okay. As they walking from room to room, they go, well, how long has he been sitting there? This is my first introduction into being a nurse. They walk into a guy's room and they asking, how long have they been sitting here? No, I'm not. I'm at the gas station. How long have they been sitting there? And they say, well, I don't know. Well, they say, well, you know what? It's blood piling up on his feet. He's been sitting there. And they said, oh, yeah, he's not breathing. The preceptor says to the student, to the orientee, oh, we'll just take care of that later. What? It's my first day. And then we proceed to walk away and orientate. And that was that. It's a wild story. That was my first day. But y'all, I'm about to go get this gas real quick so I can finish my day. Yeah. I'm gonna elaborate on that story at a later time, but I'm about to get this gas real quick, y'all, so I can start my day, start this vacation, and start this vlog series. So I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Peace.